I'm Tanner Morse. Today, I'll be talking to you all about the popular debate topic involving whether or not violent video games provoke people to cause acts of real-world violence. This is a popular debate topic with people giving very back and forth opinions ever since the debate has popped up into the media in the early 1990s. Some of these people include big-name celebrities, lawyers, and scientific researchers. An example of a recent incident in the news involved the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, where they discovered that the shooter, Adam Lanza, was a big fan of M-rated video games. This, once again, brought the debate to the mainstream media's attention, with people wanting violent game creating companies to be shut down or to have increased taxes on violent video games. Now, the people that followed this debate topic usually follow a black and white fallacy, meaning that they either believe that violent video games do cause negative behavior, or they believe that it doesn't. For this debate topic, I'm on the side where I believe that violent video games do not cause acts of aggression, and I'm going to explain to you exactly why that is. The topic first became a nationwide debate with the release of the original Mortal Kombat back in 1992. A video game that was so violent and gruesome at the time, the United States government ordered the Interactive Digital Software Association, who were renamed the Entertainment Software Association in 2004, to create the ESRB rating system. The purpose of the system was to keep violent video games from accidentally getting into the hands of underage gamers by allowing parents to see the ratings of each game, with a detailed list of what makes the game as violent as it is, allowing the parent to avoid purchasing games with nudity or copious amounts of blood and gore. So really, the issue that parents have with their children playing violent video games has been resolved years ago. Just don't buy games for your kids if they're not old enough. Even if the game that they want is on their Christmas wish list. Just don't do it. Period. Despite these systems, however, this hasn't stopped reporters, bloggers, and other people working in the media from talking negatively about violence in video games. However, what these people don't seem to understand is that video game companies do have the right to make the game as violent as they want. It's freedom of speech. Video games have always been a form of social entertainment, kind of like movies, music, sports, or TV shows. And just like video games, each of these forms of entertainment have had some form of controversial story in the news at one point or another. In sports, there's a current debate going on about how violent certain sports athletes are off the field and whether or not steroid use is associated with it. Rap music groups have been in the media numerous times as well, with reporters claiming that their music inspires people to become thugs, that disrespect the police and treat women as sexual objects.
Police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad 'cause I'm brown.
There's also adult-themed shows on TV that joke about domestic violence, real-world issues, people with disabilities, even public shootings. So why is it that video games are more talked about in today's media than any of these forms of entertainment? Simple. Video games are just an easy scapegoat for the media to attack and label as bad for your kids.
You have the right to remain silent.
Hey, it's not my fault. Book the kid with the keyboard.
Movies also have a very similar debate issue as video games, with people claiming that certain action movies like Django Unchained are too violent and racist for people to enjoy, even going to the point of verbally attacking the directors and writers themselves that helped make these movies. Don't believe me? Just take a look at this viral argument between Quentin Tarantino and a movie critic over her negative opinion over Quentin's use of violence in his movies.
Along the way, because unfortunately, that's the story of revenge. Revenge is messy. It never works out the way you want it.
Why the need for so much gruesome, graphic violence? Why not let us imagine
Because it's so much fun, Jan. Get
Really?
it?
Oh, really? Okay, I'd like to see you walk down the street and get attacked by some kids who've just seen your movie.
But you saw, but see, Jan, you're all messed up
Okay.
because you're talking about real life.
Oh,
and I'm
I see.
talking
And kids
about
at
the
12,
movies. You got to
kids
get
at
it
12.
straight. Now, if you want to talk about the movies, we'll talk about the movies.
Okay, and
If you
kids
want to
at
talk
12
about real life,
can tell
we'll
the
talk about real
difference.
life.
Kids at 12 can tell the difference. You tell their parents that, Quentin.
Hey,
And it was great to talk
I
to
saw
you,
movies when
sweetheart.
I was a kid, all right? I saw all the movies that I'm basing
and
my
look
movies
how
on
wonderful
are the
you
movies I
turned
saw
out.
as a kid, and yes, kids go to a movie theater, they can tell the difference. Maybe you couldn't when you were a kid, but I could.
Okay.
Over the years, people have created statistical information for this debate topic, with evidence and statistics that'll interest even those that are on the debate side that claim that violent video games are bad. According to the official ESRB website, 76% of parents believe that the parental controls that game consoles have are efficient in keeping their kids from playing games that aren't in their age range. Other stats include that 97% of parents watch their children playing video games to have them avoid scenes that are too violent for their kids. There's also 86% of times where children get permission from their parents to purchase a video game. Other stats like this one show that the video game market isn't completely dominated by M-rated video games, with only 12% of games in 2013 being M-rated, and E-rated games having just over 3 times that number. Despite all this information though, researchers have come forward with evidence in the research, claiming that there's no official evidence that violent games cause people to lash out in real-world violence. Heck, there's even a study done just recently that shows that video games reduce the number of real-life crimes rather than expanding it. Even if there was a breakthrough with this research, there's no need for any of these facts and information. In today's world, the gaming industry is a $100 billion industry, with 67% of houses in the United States right now having a game console or some kind of gaming PC. If violent video games really did cause abnormal behavior in people, we would have bodies lining the streets right now, with people acting like a real-life version of The Purge. Now, some people do understand that there are people out there that do get angry after playing video games, resorting to punching and kicking holes in their walls, lashing out on friends and family members, breaking their $400 PS4s, chucking their flat-screen TVs out the window, smashing their keyboards, and even cussing out people on Xbox Live. Now, trust me, okay? I've seen these angry video game people on YouTube countless times, okay? But the games that these people play have absolutely nothing to do with their violent behavior. Really. It really comes down to like their personal personality traits such as anger issues, or how well they take losing in a competitive game, or they're being killed and cussed out repeatedly by a 15-year-old who's playing a game unfairly just to get someone angry for their own personal entertainment. Basically, just be happy that you don't act like these people in real life when you lose to a game of Call of Duty. Just be glad for yourself.
What? You didn't even like me? Oh my god! Oh my god!
People in today's world, ranging from celebrities, lawyers, and other big-name internet personalities, have expressed their own opinions on this issue. Bleh. With most of them having mixed opinions on the debate. One celebrity, for example, Paul Giletti, claims that we shouldn't be discriminating a form of entertainment and get down to the real problem with what's causing people to act negatively.
Call of Duty is the most popular game there is. Everyone's playing it, so of course bad people are going to play it too.
Yeah.
To try to blame Shakespeare and the violence in Shakespeare and the violence in art for violence that happens in the real world is something that's been tried for years and is always wrong. People must take responsibility. We must stop blaming society and actually blame the perpetrator.
Yeah.
Heck, even actors and voice actors who play as main characters in violent video games have expressed their opinions on this issue numerous times over. For example, the 3 actors who play as Grand Theft Auto V's main characters have defended their game with logistical reasoning. Stephen Ogg, who plays as Trevor, has stated that it's just the wrong focus. Why not gun control, or bad parenting, or even lack of family values? Even bringing up that Breaking Bad has shown way worse stuff than certain violent games, and that video games are just an easy scapegoat for destructive behavior in today's youth. Another GTA 5 actor, Sean Fonteno, who was an ex-gang member, knows people who live this violent lifestyle and can relate to Grand Theft Auto, saying that the game has an impact where they're happy that they can just play it in the game and not have to relive or reenact the horrors of thug life. So, on the other side of this debate topic, people claim that playing too many violent video games causes people to act negatively. Well, for my defense on this topic, I wanted to bring up three types of internet gamers that are very popular in today's trending market. YouTube Let's Players, Twitch live streamers, and esports gamers, or competitive gamers. Now, each of these three people play violent video games all the time. I mean, some of the games they play aren't even violent at all, and just, T-rated games or E-rated games. If you ever spend a lot of time on YouTube, odds are you've seen the channel of a YouTube Let's Player. These are people that record themselves playing video games, usually with a camera recording their face at the corner of the screen. Usually, they spend over 50 hours a week playing video games, and even more time editing the footage for YouTube uploading. They even get paid for doing this via YouTube ad revenue. Jimmy Kimmel himself even had a special segment on his show several weeks ago where two popular Let's Players talked to him about what they do, why they do it, and how they're paid. If you have free time and are curious about this topic, I'd recommend giving it a watch. Now, Twitch live streamers are similar to YouTube Let's Players, only they record themselves in real time and socialize with an interactive chat room. It's kind of like Skype, only you play games and socialize with a chat room. Usually, they have playthroughs that last for 4 hours or higher. Sometimes they'll even do 24-hour straight live streams or longer just for kicks. Then there's esports gamers, who are competitive players who play games for sport, participating in national and global events for huge cash prizes, meaning they play competitive games all the time. Some of them are even M-rated horror fests. Now, people that debate that violent games are bad for your health would think that these types of people who spend hours of their life playing video games for a living would be violent, deranged psychopaths at this point, like frequently beating up their loved ones or being on, episodes of Beyond Scared Straight, right? Well, they'd be pretty surprised. As of today, there are no current reports of any big-name YouTube Let's Players, Twitch live streamers, or competitive gamers being arrested for any serious accounts of violence such as assault, battery, or domestic violence for that matter. And if they were arrested, it was because of something negative or minor such as, possession of marijuana or, they were being swatted. It's nothing, big such as, attempted murder or, battery. In fact, most of these people are actually really nice, caring people that love their fans. Some of them even donate to charities and host fundraisers for sick children. This controversy of violent video games causing acts of real-world aggressive behavior has been a debate topic for a couple decades. And despite the fact that it's been resurfaced into the media's attention on numerous occasions, the topics really died down. There are plenty of other bigger controversies that the overall gaming industry are going through right now. Swatting, the fallout of 3-8 Studios, game accounts being hacked, negative portrayal of countries, over-sexualization of female characters, online bullying and harassment, the Konami meltdown, AAA games that are broken disappointments, the gaming crash of '83. I mean, heck, the biggest gaming controversy right now is #Gamergate, which is literally a debate topic that's on a completely own merit. The point is that this topic has been resolved by people years ago. And it's really time to move on to greener pastures and resolve other controversies that are plaguing this industry.